Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this is a good one. This is good stuff. And it's based on Chicago, the Chicago area. It has dropped this thing to the lowest level in 60 years. So the lowest level in 60 years in Chicago. It's a good thing. In fact, it'll make you want to go outside and just just go outside and enjoy the day. So, Kenzie, what do you think that might be?
Dropped it the lowest in 6 years. So all my guesses I know aren't true. Like the things that I would think, I would be like, oh, maybe it like air pollution's down, but I'm pretty sure that's up.
You can guess whatever your first thought is. It could be that. I'm not telling you where to go, but you could.
Like, oh, maybe crime's down. No, I'm pretty sure that's up. So it makes me really question. So what would be up?
Well, it's the lowest level in 60 years, and it's a good thing.
Lowest level. I'm going to say it's the lowest level because it's you. So let me think this would be you. The lowest level of restaurant closings in 60 years. And it makes you want to go outside and smell because you can probably smell a restaurant when you go outside.
Definitely love smelling restaurants.
Smell like fries in the air.
Oh, fries, steak.
Mm-hmm.
I always think about when I was in college, there was a specific dumpster that I would walk by that was the discards of Panda Express.
Oh.
And it smelled so good every day when I walked by it. By the way, breaking news. Will you hit the breaking news button for me? I have breaking news. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
Okay.
What?
Across from Wrigley Field, where the Cubs play. You're familiar with it?
Okay, so the Cubs play baseball there. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Before you say anything, so I'm thinking across from Wrigley Field, there is Bernie's, that bar.
Yes.
And there was a bar.
Well, no, directly. Well, it depends where you're thinking.
It does
of.
depend where you're thinking. So
I'm thinking of like the
it's a big
marquee.
field. Yeah.
I'm thinking of like the marquee. You have the hotel.
right,
Mm-hmm.
Zachary,
You have McDonald's.
Yes.
Smith and Sons.
You have Smith and Sons. You have that bourbon place.
Yep. Now that's
You have the Cubby Bears adjacent to that.
Yes.
and then south of that is the merch store. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
think it's
there's a
Clark.
few there.
Is it Clark?
There's Clark Street Sports. There's a Wrigleyville
Yeah.
Sports. There's that 7-Eleven right there.
Yup.
There's the new Tom Brady baseball card store
Now,
that's there.
does your news have to do with chicken? Because I'm way ahead of you.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So
then.
what you were saying, Kenzie, you were talking about Nashville hot chicken.
Hell yeah, Hattie B's is going to be there.
Yeah, that's going to be actually on the side of Wrigley Field in Gallagher Way.
I know where it's going to be.
You smelt that.
But that's old news. I have breaking news.
Okay.
Right.
Next to the Rally House, which is where the old Harley Davidson store was.
Yes.
In the building that was the Lids where you bought your Caleb Williams jersey.
Yes.
Is going to be a Panda Express.
What?
Brandon Johnson, you've done it, my friend. Well done.
They're going to have 400 employees. And by the way,
It's going to be the first Panda. You're going to have to wait a little bit.
So that's fascinating news because when I went to see Santa with Harper, I had to park around that corner on Sheffield.
Yeah.
So I walked around and that Lids has been just closed and they have all the wood out front. They're working inside. I heard like chainsaws
Yes.
going and stuff.
Yeah, the wood is gone.
Okay.
There's Panda Express signage in Wrigleyville.
That's a great addition to Wrigleyville. So that's on the Addison side. It'd be south. We were talking about, me and Kenzie, all the stuff around Wrigley Field. So that's right there. Oh, because that Harley Davidson store used to be there.
Yes, and now that's the Rally House, which is a great apparel store. But
It
then
is.
next to it, Panda
And-
Express is coming.
And this goes in with my fact because it probably won't close once it opens because restaurant closings down 60%.
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
Also, if you leave Wrigley Field and smell Panda Express, that's as far as you're going. You're going to go into the Panda Express.
Yeah. No, it's not like, well, there's a Panda Express, but what else? There's Panda Express. Let's go there.
You smell orange chicken, you're a little hungover from the drinking at Wrigley, hopefully a victory, and you're like, well, I might as well get some orange chicken.
I might as well.
They better get the best employees ever there to be served fast. I mean, they're already fast, but I'm just saying.
Look, they're my favorite restaurant. Put some respect on their name.
By the way, did that news break at 6:27 in the morning, or what? Did you know this when you came in?
I was hanging out in Wrigleyville last week, and I walked by. I've got a photo of it on my phone. I walked by the new Panda
Okay, because you look
Express.
like you were referencing a news article.
I know,
And you were
exactly.
looking at a photo on your phone.
When I walked by it, I audibly gasped and then took a photo of it.
Why did it take you this long? This is our third day back on air.
I know.
But it hasn't come up yet. I didn't want to.
But it didn't come up now.
Your restaurant fact took you there?
Yeah, she
'Cause
said
of the
restaurant,
restaurant?
and there's
Oh.
one opening.
This should have been in sports on Monday.
Right. I mean, you're breaking news at 6:28. I thought you were going to say that Brian and Kenzie is the first show syndicated into Venezuela. Or something. Like right now, they just announced that
Our
somewhere.
friends in the White House have taken the umbrage of putting us on there.
It just seemed like something was breaking at the moment.
No, something far more important than global politics is at play. There's a Panda Express coming to Wrigleyville.
Well, I will say when I walked by it,
Kind of global.
yeah, I did wonder what was behind that wood. They were making a lot of noise. I
Yes.
can't believe the signs. They're great. Well,
Yes.
pour one out for the lids where I bought my.
They're back there making orange chicken.
Yeah.
You thought I was noisy.
I mean, when the pitchers and catchers report in about 60 days?
Oh, even sooner than that.
So they better start making that orange chicken.
Yeah, for the players.
I know they do it in Arizona, but hey. All right. So Kenzie's guess of the lowest in 60 years in Chicago. It's a good thing. I said it would make you go outside and just go, yes, yes. Ah, yes. Case, what do you think? She thinks it's restaurant closings are at a low of 60 years.
It's got to be lowest pollen count based on the hint I was given.
Okay.
And then I started thinking about 60 years ago, if you had allergies, would you just die? There was no remedy for it. If pollen was bad, you were screwed.
I don't know if you die, but it'd certainly be hard to go outside.
Yeah, but
I think
then
you'd just be stuffed up.
Yeah, but then I also think about like glasses wearers and contact wearers like myself, although I am in the market for LASIK. Up until like 80 years ago, if you couldn't see, you just couldn't see. There was no remedy for it. Like everybody had to smell bad and was blind up until like 80 years ago.
But you know what? I realized. So my husband had he has really bad vision. He had LASIK, okay? And he didn't know he had bad vision. He thought that's what everybody was seeing.
Jesus.
Parents never took him to get his eyes checked till he was in like high school. I forgot what he said to them. They're like, what are you talking about? He thought grass was a green blob. And I swear to God, he did not know it was individual blades. And then he was in high school and he put glasses on, or he got glasses. And then when he got older, he got LASIK. And he was like, oh my God, like, look at this. Look at, there's like a bunch of blades. He thought the whole time it was just like a green blanket.
He must have walked around and sounded like he was so high to everybody. Like, look at these blades, man. Hey, this is
like,
cool.
look at all this stuff. So he did, but like, you don't know you have bad vision until you realize what other people are seeing.
Yeah. That's wild. But you think you could feel the blades of grass on his feet. You think you could have felt this they were individual.
But yeah, but you look down, it just looks like a big blanket. You're like, all right.
He didn't walk out in grass because he was scared of it. You know. Wow. Okay. I'm going to do something a little different here. Just for today's special. I'm going to give you the answer right now because we had a lot of conversation there about Panda Express. I don't want to make people wait through a whole song on this one. Let's just give them right to it right now. Okay? Only today we're doing this. A little special treat for a Wednesday. The fact that makes your brain go is that the lowest level in 60 years in Chicago, it's not restaurant closings, which I wish it was, Kenzie, but it's not. It's not the pollen count, which case I wish it was, so you weren't stuffy. It is murders in Chicago are at the lowest level in 60 years. Now, murder's not a fun topic, right? Not fun. But I think it's worth mentioning because everybody, the outsiders of Chicago, make it look like you walk in and you get shot at O'Hare Airport on your way trying to get your luggage.
This is what they do.
That's-
They stand at the gate. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, and I think it's worth noting that that's a pretty impressive feat, and it should be celebrated. And Kenzie, you mentioned like you thought crime was up. That's why I want to make sure everybody knows it's not. Crime is down. Murders.
Well, no, murders are down.
No,
Other
but
crimes.
But all crime stats are actually down. I don't want to get into all of them, but most crime is down, not 60 years, but the murders are down 60 years. And when I looked at the numbers each year, so in 1965, there was 397 murders, which sounds like a lot in 1965 because there was a lot less people, you know? Like
Do you think there's a guy who's on his way to work right now and his job is to murder people who's like, I'm going to get reamed from my boss today? This is the
Do
worst.
you think John Wick is listening?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm going to have to hear about this.
Don't mess with his dog. Don't mess with his dog. So, yeah, in 1965, and then after that, you look at this little, this chart that it goes up from there into the 400s. So it hasn't been, now it was 416 last year. So 416 is the lowest since 1965. And when you
What do you mean 416?
416 murders.
Oh, I honestly thought it was more than that.
It was less, that was the number. So
I would have guessed thousands.
You
Would
think
you really?
thousands of people are getting murdered?
Yeah.
You're listening
Oh
to
my
them, you're
God.
listening to those outsiders too much.
I don't know if I had to guess. I don't know, a couple thousand.
Well, in recent history, so
Every day, I see somebody get murdered,
why
and it's usually a couple people.
why aren't
so,
you calling the cops? Aren't you reporting this if you've seen these murders?
Like, the news has already been there. I don't need
Yeah.
to call the cops. That's where I'm seeing it.
Yeah. No, just 416 murders. I shouldn't say just. I mean, that's sad. Pour one out for those people. It's very sad. It's still a big number. But, for example, in 2021, the pandemic, remember, it really shot up. There was that 805. That was kind of an anomaly. You go
Which is
back.
crazy, because, like, we were supposed to be inside. How
Yeah.
is murders up?
Well, it's proof, that like in January when those blizzards hit, there's like weeks of no murders because murderers don't like the cold.
Murderers even get chilly.
Yeah, murderers don't have those heated glove things for your pockets and stuff like that or your feet.
You know how, like, we're like, oh, it's like relationship season, it's cuffing season. Do you think murderers, like, the snow starts to thaw, and they're like, oh, it's murder season.
Yeah, when it thaws out.
Let me get my gloves. It's getting nice out.
Murderers don't have Canada Goose coats to go out, like they're so warm.
Well, you can hear them coming. We should only be so lucky.
They don't have that. Congratulations, Chicago. The fact that makes your brain go, lowest murder level in 60 years. It's good news.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Well, more on Bears-Packers coming up in sports after Lincoln Park in just about 5 minutes. But first, something happened yesterday. We started the weight challenge, the weigh-ins. You can hear it all on our podcast. On Monday, we did the weigh-ins. And trying every day, we're going to have an end date quicker than usual, like 3 weeks away roughly. And we'll talk about that later on, why it's going to end earlier than usual, because we used to go 4 or 5 weeks sometimes with this thing.
We don't have it in us this year.
Nah.
It's shorter weight challenge than normal.
Well, you'll know why. We're going to have an announcement that's going to make sense, too.
Yeah, the announcement's going to be the Bears are going to be in the Super Bowl, and we have to eat and drink a lot.
Yeah,
That's what's going to be.
And then St. Patrick's Day is coming up after that, and then it's opening day, and we'll
Well,
get
I don't
plastered on
know if
opening
you
day.
realize, but our live broadcasts are, like, on top of each other this year. Because
Meaning,
St. Patrick's Day is March 17th, like the real one. And then opening day is the next week. It's a very early opening day.
yeah, let's go.
I think it's the 26th or something.
We should just broadcast the whole week then from different bars.
So we're going to have 2 in a row, basically.
That's awesome. But anyway, so yesterday, something happened that it was God telling me to finally take the weight challenge seriously. Even though I'm a 2-time winner, I usually fast for days to win, and it works. But to take it more seriously and not just forget about it when it's over, something happened that scared me. And what that was Megan bought this beautiful bench at Home Goods, and it's a beautiful bench to sit there and put your shoes on before you go in the house.
Right, it's by like the front door. You got little coat hook hangers right above it, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's really nice. And, Harper, we had it for a couple months now, and I've sat on it before, and it's been fine. But I sat on it, and Megan was on the phone with customer service for these blinds people, arguing with them when it happened. And she was downstairs. We have an upstairs and downstairs now.
I know she's so exhausted from you.
And all of a sudden, I sit on the bench, and the one leg breaks out, and it just collapses, and I collapse and fall down the stairs because the bench was by the stairs. And Megan goes,
You fell down the stairs?
I fell down the stairs after the leg broke because it leaned that way. It leaned that way.
There was so much momentum from you hitting the ground that you had no choice but to roll down the stairs.
No, you have a staircase that there's like, it's a flight and then it stops and there's a wall and then it's a flight. Did you face into the wall?
No, because I rolled through the landing and went down the other stairwell.
No way,
too.
you keep rolling. You're a ball.
I was like the ball in Raiders of the Lost Ark when it's chasing Harrison Ford. That's what it was like. And Megan went, "Are you okay?" And I went, "Yeah." And then she went, "Okay, so anyway, these blinds aren't here." Back with the people on the phone.
Well, now she's got to fix a damn bench, too.
I don't know if it's fixable. We got that Gorilla Wood glue. I got to put it on there and use the clamps and try to fix
It's
it.
not. You can do glue. You'd have to, like, re-screw it.
Well, the leg's broken. It didn't just...
Like, so it didn't just, like, the screws didn't just break, like, the legs broken?
No, the wood broke. It snapped.
My God, Kung Fu fighter over here.
With my butt. Kung Fu butt.
Not good. Well, and then, so you break this bench.
Yeah.
Now, is this, because we didn't talk about this. We only talked about this at the end of the show a few days ago. So I want to talk about it now, just for reference so people know where your health is. Was this before or after you stepped on that specialized scale?
It was before.
It was before?
So I didn't know, according to the specialized scale, it's a Hume scale, it's called. Maybe you've heard of it. That measures all kinds of stats when you get on it. And it said, my health needs significant, immediate attention.
Okay, so he steps on a health scale that's supposed to give you this big breakup. And it says that your health needs significant, immediate attention.
Correct.
And now it also gives you a score, right?
Right.
So what was your score?
Like 398, and 1,000's good.
1,000 is...
Yeah. But I think, that was bad. But the bench thing, I had to be a sign from God. Even Megan came up, and we'll put the pictures up on our Facebook page.
The picture's up on social. So I've seen the photo. It's
Yeah.
on Q101's Facebook. It's on Q101's Instagram.
Yeah.
But I guess I want to make sure that I fully comprehend what happened.
Okay.
Which is that you were, going to put on shoes?
Yes, I was going to put on shoes because to pick up Harper from daycare. So we go, I didn't have shoes on. The shoes were by the bench.
Yeah.
I went to sit on the bench
Yeah.
from a standing position. And
as opposed to what?
Well, I'm trying to say that I didn't slowly go onto the bench, but I'm not saying I went airborne and like a wrestler to try to, elbow the bench. I wasn't a
So
Buffalo.
you kind of plopped onto it.
Well,
pretty heartily.
I wasn't like the Buffalo Bills break going through a table.
Okay.
But I was sitting at a normal pace from a standing position.
An average pace of the sit to stand ratio.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that I went like boom, plopped on it like. I just sat down in a normal way.
You sat down without thinking about it. It's
Right.
such a normal human thing to do. You expect to sit down and have something support your weight.
And I thought it was an earthquake. I thought the first earthquake in Chicago
So does
ever.
the bench,
Yeah,
fat
right? Yeah. I mean, I didn't know because all of a sudden my vision just got sideways. I was like,
Yeah.
and I was going down the stairs. I was falling down the stairs.
Okay, I gotta be honest. So I'm looking at our social media posts.
Yeah.
And nothing about the legs on this bench supports like that you think you should be able to sit on this bench. This is a very skinny legged, this is a decorative bench.
Well, thank you. That makes me feel good then because I thought it was a bench that should hold up to 400 pounds.
No, it's not. This is a nice little delicate, maybe Harper could sit on it when you put her boots on. This is a delicate bench.
Well, that's nicer coming to my defense. Maybe it's not my fault. I thought it was my fault. I thought it was
But-
God telling me not to take the weight challenge better.
But
But
the way that leg snapped off, the way the wood is all frayed, that's a bench that was gasping for life. I mean,
yeah.
you destroyed this thing with
Yeah.
your body,
does-
with the size of you.
And it was in the time frame of putting on a shoe.
Yes.
It wasn't like you were on it overnight and it just slowly withered.
you should have seen where the shoe ended up because I had the shoe in my hand.
I bet you like broke a mirror. If I were naked, I'd just murder you.
The shoe went over my head into that guest room because I was falling. Like I said, I thought it was an earthquake, and I threw the shoe, and I'm falling. I go, what's going on? It took me about 5 minutes to figure out I broke the stool or the bench.
Yeah. Once you came to after putting your head through the drywall.
You're just a disaster to live with. That's what I want you to do. There's probably a hole in the drywall.
Yeah.
You probably broke something with your flying shoe, and the bench is broke.
Yeah. So after Megan finally got off the phone and came to my aid an hour later, I
Where
go,
was Harper? Wasn't she supposed to be getting picked up?
yeah, I was almost late to pick her up. They charge you like $15 a minute if you're late to daycare.
Oh, well, then you won't push it.
No.
Otherwise, she would have been there all night. Sleepover.
Yeah. But I said, where'd you get this bench? Like, I was mad. Like, and he goes, it's a Home Goods. What's your problem? And I go, well, can we take it back? Because I broke it. And I don't know if you can take stuff back to Home Goods because it's kind of merch that ends up
No,
there.
you destroyed their merchandise. They don't want that back.
And you've owned it for months.
Yeah.
So
There's no part of this. It's not, I don't know.
No
I don't
one's like,
know.
hey, I bought this 6 months ago and broke it. Can I have my money back?
The entire U.S. economy would collapse if that was the case.
Well, I collapsed the economy by sitting on that bench.
So what have we learned from this? Are there any fitness takeaways you have from, I mean, I say this with love. I don't say this to be mean. And
that's
this
nice.
is, well, but you have to think, you sat down on a bench and destroyed it.
Yep. And fell down the stairs then.
And then fell down the stairs. What are we going to do to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Buy a stronger bench.
But
stronger
that's
bench.
exactly.
Am I right?
Well, of course. That's the answer. Thank you, Kenzie. You really came to my aid in this one. I like
Yeah, I
that.
got you.
Yeah. So if we can get a breakfast sandwich before sports, that'd be nice, Casey. You run out and get one of those from Chick-fil-A. That'd be great. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Before we talk about more taxes, some new secret stuff that's been worked into your shopping habits and getting out and about, let's talk about what Ticket Butts Thursday is tomorrow at this exact time, 8 o'clock. We'll launch it, the first one of 2026. It's going to be Bring Me the Horizon at the Allstate Arena. So, Kenzie, you can go there and come back and not get any kind of Uber or Lyft tax because you're out of the zones.
Woo!
Allstate Arena, Bring Me the Horizon, Friday, May 15th. We'll have tickets every hour starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And we'll have it, of course, at 8 and 9 in our show. Lauren and Brian Phillips all day long. Bring Me the Horizon. That's a great show to start off Ticket Butts Thursday with. And forgetting, let's say you get away from the taxes. Now, before we get there, I had this sound going off on my computer. My Nugenix was delivered. Southside Sal checked in from Midlothian and said, I pulled over to find out what that sound was going on those beats. He thought it was in his car. Just to find out it was Brian's Nugenix. It comes across clearly on the radio in my car, he says. So
Yeah, it really cuts through that sound.
yeah, and also Aaron checked
I think it's
in.
made to get attention. That's the problem.
I don't know what it was, but it's gone now, I hope. Aaron checked in, who says as a former Uber Eats driver, they already did that to attract drivers to those zone areas because those zones come with automatic bonuses to the drivers. That tax that was put in there. I guess that means if there's tax on there, there's more money for the ride, and then, of course, there's more money to the driver. I thought Uber and Lyft would get that, or the city gets that tax money, but I don't know.
I don't think it goes to them. I just think the higher the price of the ride, probably the bigger percentage they get, like
Yeah.
total or something.
Yeah, so I guess it benefited the drivers, I think she's trying to say. Maybe I'm confused on that one, but either way, that's the zones. When you pretty much come to Chicago, or if you're in the Hyde Park area, there's a zone 1 and 2. $1.50 more per ride.
Do you remember the reverence that Uber and Lyft were spoken about when they launched 10 or 15 years ago? And it was like, guys, we don't, it's like you can just get it on your phone and it's cheap and it comes right to where you need it and it drops you off where you're at. And how far we've strayed from God's light with not only rideshare technology, but all technology to where now we're like, well, thank God it's in Rosemont so that we can avoid the congestion zone tax to save $1.50. Why over the last 7 or 8 years in technology, and we complain about this all the time, why has everything gotten worse? Why is it more expensive? Why is it worse made? Why is it harder to use? What is happening?
And to be
No,
clear,
everything's worse and it's all more expensive. Everything.
now to be clear, that's not Uber and Lyft's fault. That's the tax of the city that's adding that tax on there. They're getting taxed, Uber and Lyft.
Yeah, but I don't think they're innocent in all of these situations.
Well, I think in this one, it's clearly the state of Illinois and the city trying to gouge. And that's what they're doing. There's more of those, by the way. There's more things that they're gouging us on, in case you don't know. The checkout bag tax, which is in Chicago. And I know that's in suburbs, too, so I'm not sure if this is Illinois. This says Chicago.
Wait, the checkout bag tag. What do you mean?
So,
well, hold on. What do you think he means?
A checkout bag? Like when you're getting your bags from like the airport? What are you talking about?
talking about grocery bags. Checkout.
Oh, like when you're getting what's the word? Like just like plastic bags at any store when you leave?
Yeah.
Because like in Chicago, aren't they normally like 10 cents?
So the checkout bag tax, not at the airport getting your bags. Plastic bags is now 15 cents per bag at store checkouts, a 5% increase, 5 cent increase from last year. They cost 10% in 2025. In 2024, they were 7 cents. So you know how to ask if you want a bag or not at the end, how many bags you used, because they're watching you at Target too. That camera's watching you. I mean, I always put 1.
Oh, I put 0.
Oh, you never even put 1?
No, what are they going to do?
They're slowly adding it up.
That's fine. They can add it up.
One day they're going to arrest you.
Good. I hope so. I hope I get arrested for not paying for a 15-cent bag tax.
Yeah.
That'll be
Can
my
you imagine
album.
Case just gets tagged, just gets leveled, beaten with nightsticks?
Yeah, I would love that.
That's Brian's dream, as he stated, is that I eventually become a victim of police brutality.
I would piss my pants if I saw you get beat
See,
with
me
me.
too.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Me too.
Walk me through what you're envisioning.
I picture Case really doing nothing wrong. That's why it's called police brutality when it's not like warranted. And he mouths off to a cop. Case mouths off to a police officer.
I imagine him
done.
walking out of Target with like 50 bags he didn't pay for and flipping off a cop.
Yeah. And
Middle finger.
Like they say, excuse me, sir, I want to see your receipt to make sure you paid for those 800 bags. And then he flips them off.
And he does one of those like penis slaps. You know, you like take your two hands
Like,
and
like a crotch chop.
Yeah,
I think that's
and
the
he does
term rather than penis slap.
I don't know. I don't have one, so for sure. So I
Oh,
think he like frames his penis with both hands.
You do it well for not having one. Kenzie just did that motion. You know,
I love that motion.
suck it. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. That was really ladylike.
So Case does, she's a lady. Case does that. And then so in my head, I picture one cop then going full speed, tackling you, like hurting some vertebrae in your back. Like you go down. And then several others join in, like the Rodney King beating, which is not funny. But
I wouldn't have used that as an example.
But I say that example and it comes into your head how I picture Case being beaten.
And you love this.
I don't know. I just want to see it.
To Case.
To Case. Only you.
It's crazy that both of you guys are like, yes, I would love to see that.
I just think Case getting tackled by a cop and beaten with a nightstick. Just one would even be funny. I don't need it to be a whole thing, but I just think that'd be funny.
I need the whole thing. I need the whole accoutrement.
Would you rather see me get tased or beaten with a nightstick?
Well,
Nightstick.
But
really?
I see Kenzie. I see
like a real old school.
No, Kenzie, I see it this way. He's being beaten, and then finally at the end of, let's say, 23 minutes, he gets up.
Good Lord.
He gets up and he's just, trying to get away. And then one cop, like from the holster on the ground, because they were all beating him, shoots the taser and gets him from the ground. And then he gets tased after all of it.
My thing is, I almost imagine it like the Step Brothers fight. Like he puts his nuts on a drum set. That's how I'm imagining it more like that, and that's why it's funny. I don't know what you have a really dark thing you're going down.
You want me to be disrespected more than injured.
It's just like funny. Like I just see you like I see the cop taking the plastic bag you stole like over your head, like like just stupid, like little little kid fight.
Yeah, I don't see it
Brian
that
wants
way.
you to
No,
die.
I don't see it that way.
I don't know.
He wants me to be beaten.
Yeah, to death apparently. So that's good.
Well, that's what's going to happen with Case because he's not paying for those bags. He's not saying he's lying. I'm not saying he's got one bag, two bag, three
And the
bag.
bummer is you're going to film it. You're not going to help me. You're going to be releasing the footage to World Star.
No, he'd film it and then he'd go on the news like, I can't believe this happened. I'm so upset.
You never hurt anybody. He was such a nice kid.
Yeah.
I'll do a front-facing video saying, before I play this video, I want to make sure you subscribe to my podcast and use my link for Nugenics, get my code.
Do you think if you were with me and I started getting beat by the police, would you go live on the Q101 Facebook account?
1,000,000,000%.
So that everybody could comment along as it's happening.
All right, I see Jamie here checking in. We got him in here. I'm not going to keep going. I'm not going to show the footage of getting beat until we get 500 here.
I was going to say, do you want to tell the cops to hold off until we get more people in the chat?
I can't wait till that's happened. One of my predictions for 2026.
Which we're doing tomorrow at this time. One of them said I'm going to become a victim of police brutality.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Head to headlines where you decide the content. We do it every Wednesday at 8:20. All the funny headlines of the week. We narrow it down to two. We give you those two, and then you vote on them, and you decide which story we break down. And we gave you two local stories, actually, today. And we'll have the results from the text line in a minute. You texted headline 1 or headline 2. Headline number 1 was $400,000 of lobster. A shipment was hijacked en route to Illinois Costco locations. And I went to Costco a couple times over the break. I didn't see any deficiencies in lobster being around. In fact, New Year's Eve, we went there to get a couple steaks to grill
Which
out.
is shocking. We should have been like not knowing what to do.
That's a lot of lobster.
Yeah, right. Like there was still fine. How did we still have a fine amount of lobster?
And we went there late on New Year's Eve, so to plan a dinner to stay in, and I was going to get a couple steaks, and there was a lot of lobster there. So if there's any day it should be sold out, it's New Year's Eve.
Oh, thanks for the invite on the steak dinner New Year's Eve.
Oh, sorry, forgot to text you on that one.
Interesting. It sounds like a great time.
It was.
It seems like it.
It was.
Headline 2 was Joliet man and woman accused of stealing $5,000 worth of Funko Pop figurines. Now, it was a landslide for headline 2. I think because the first headline just says what happened. We don't know if it's all at Kenzie's house and we're going to eat it over there later or maybe for weeks. Lobster. Tons of
I
butter.
gotta get to it quick.
Yeah. But instead, I think people want to know more about what happened with these Funko Pop figurines, why they were stolen. As Case pointed out, they're not highly valuable collectibles, right? I mean,
Well, maybe the ones this guy had were, though. Because some of them are really expensive. Like, they do have rare ones, right, Case?
Yeah, but the market's sort of depleted. As somebody who's put some time and, more importantly, some money into Funko Pops, the resale market is just not what it used to be. We're talking about the end of the Beanie Baby boom here. It's a very similar phenomenon.
How long have Funko Pops been around?
A long time.
10, 15 years?
I was going to say more than 10 years. I
Oh, yeah.
seem to remember, I feel like 5 would have been fine.
No,
Or never.
I have a vivid memory of going to a Hot Topic in 2019, pre-pandemic, so over 5 years ago, of going to a Hot Topic the day that the exclusive Morrissey Funko Pop came out and plopping down my $20 and taking that bad boy home with me. So they've been around
To do
for a while.
what with it?
Just
like,
to
what'd you do with that?
Just to have it. I have it in my apartment still. It moves with me wherever I go. I just like having it. It's you know, it's my
do you
longest-
actually feel like it looks like Morrissey?
Oh, it's awesome. It's fantastic. It's got the flowers, and he's got the blue cardigan from the This Charming Man video. It's my longest relationship is me and the Morrissey Funko Pop.
Okay.
Well, so I just looked up on their website a few before we get to the story that you chose. Like, for example, the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson Funko Pop is $14.99, just like all the other ones I looked at. So there's no upsell for bigger people like The Rock.
Oh, you think they priced it out in terms of fame?
I thought so.
Interesting.
You don't think I did, but they don't.
Or like rarity, like say like they're only coming out with 100 for The Rock, so like they'll be rare then.
What they've done in years previous is maybe there will be 100 available that are only available at a Comic-Con or something, and those have been worth more money. But I don't even think the luster on that is still what it once was.
I went to Comic-Con because I had a couple why'd you look at me like
I
that?
just can't imagine that. But go ahead.
I love Comic-Con. I love yes, I love Comic-Con. So anyways, I went because there was one year that they had a lot of Disney voice actors there, and I had these really pretty oil paintings of some of the Disney princesses, and I had all the voice actors sign the ones that they had voiced. But the amount of booths there for Funko Pops was unbelievable. I was like, am I just at a Funko Pop convention? Like, what is happening?
As I dive further on their website, I can get an 11 from Stranger Things in a wetsuit for $14.99.
Okay, well, you're not allowed to get that.
Well, it's part of the show. I mean, it's a scene.
Yeah, but you don't have to get
How
that
do you
one.
have to make everything like hoary? Why are you like, I need the wetsuit Funko Pop? Like, don't sexualize the Funko Pop.
They sell it. I didn't do it.
But
But you're trying to be a weirdo.
No, I'm
Everybody
not.
knows it.
No, I'm not.
And it's like just not everything has to be sexual. Like even women in the Funko Pop world have to worry about being sexualized.
They sell it. I don't. I'm not. I'm just a guy.
you were
Sell
asking
it.
for it.
I'm
Yeah,
a,
what a creepy guy response. They're selling it.
yeah,
Like,
I'm a guy on the street. They're selling the damn thing.
Now, I hate to come to Brian's defense, but I don't know anything about the show Beverly Hills 90210, but they have a Brenda Walsh Funko Pop.
Yeah.
I got to figure out who that is because that Funko Pop looks good.
Well, tragically, she passed away, the actress.
Damn it.
I know.
That sucks.
I know. Brenda Walsh. Do they have the whole Beverly Hills 90210 people? They
I
have
don't know
all
how
of it?
many people. Are there 90210 people in it?
Yeah.
that's the area
That's how many,
code?
no, I didn't know if that was how many people were in the show.
Yeah, Shannon Doherty played Brenda Walsh. She was beautiful.
And is that how you would say that number? Is that how you would that's what you would say that number is? If you thought it was like the estimate of people?
They had 90210 people in the show.
Yeah, that's how you would say it? Good Lord.
You saw Shannon Doherty probably in something else, right? Didn't
She was in Charmed, right?
Charmed, right? Yeah.
What a
Yeah,
looker.
Yeah.
I'm confused though. Like the Funko Pops always have a square head, right? Because I typed in Brenda Walsh Funko Pop and I'm only getting a Barbie doll.
I think your Google is broken.
Damn it.
All right, let's get this.
Probably on Bing or something. It never works.
All right, let's get to the story then. So you chose this one. This is the content you chose. Joliet man and woman accused of stealing $5,000 worth of Funko Pop figurines. In Joliet, a man and a woman are facing charges after allegedly stealing $5,000 worth of Funko Pop figurines from an apartment in Joliet. First sentence, that's a banger right there out of the gate, because you're telling me an apartment had $5,000 worth of Funko Pops that they just
And
happened
that's like 4,000 Funko Pops because
Well,
they're not that expensive.
Right. I mean, did they just stumble on it? My curious brain works. Was it-
Inside job.
Yeah, did they know and they wanted the Funko Pops?
And I have a feeling the person who has that many Funko Pops has a small amount of friends who've been to that apartment. So it has to really limit the range. It's like I've had one friend who was up here.
As I said, the mugshot, the guy is standing firm, but the woman looks like, what am I doing with my life in the mugshot?
How did I end up here?
And by the way, Kenzie, for the exact number, if it's $5,000 worth of Funko Pops at $15, as we see, that's 333 Funko Pops.
It's a lot of Funko Pops.
A lot to steal. What, like, how did they get?
But that's a lot. That's 333 things that you have to like enough to buy in a Funko Pop.
You're talking about the
Right,
person.
like what a very
yeah.
like Case likes Morrissey. Morrissey
Yes.
Funko Pop comes out him. They just like everything.
They like everything because the two that I have a Morrissey one, and then I have Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Selena Meyer in Veep because I love the show Veep, and they had the Veep ones, and I was like, oh, that'll be fun. And that's it. I upset my brother for Christmas last year because I said, hey, don't get me any more Funko Pops. I have 2. That feels like plenty. And he has 100. He might be this guy. He's like, what am I supposed to get you now? The Funko Pop's the perfect gift. I was like, I don't know. Figure it out.
Oh my God, I'm so happy that's not my brother. If my brother's not the Funko Pop, what's the perfect gift? I'd want to jump off a bridge.
By the way, Kenzie, I think this covers everybody here. Christina checked in and said, I have a Freddie Mercury, Kurt Cobain, and Selena Funko Pop, and they were a bit more than $15.
Oh, okay.
So
I
the
can see
Selena.
that.
So also the next sentence of the story is a doozy as well. So they stole it from an apartment, and here's their names and where they were arrested. Demetrius Green, 41 of Joliet, Stacey Jones, 46 of Joliet, were arrested in a rideshare vehicle.
What?
They took an Uber to this apartment or they're Uber Lyft drivers. Either one, they were in a rideshare with $5,000 worth of Funko Pops they just stole.
That has to be the most implementing thing. Now you have a record of being at that building at that time, by the way, because they put in the exact pip-up location.
But what did you tell the driver to wait?
Well,
Or they called a new
So
one
they
with
probably waited outside holding all the Funko Pops.
So what?
That's what I mean. It was an inside job. They probably knew this guy was at work or something.
No, because there's more to the story I'm going to tell you.
Uh-oh.
But I don't want to sit with that for a second.
well, they'd have to take a regular Uber there and an Uber XL on the way home.
So 333 Funko Pops
Which
you're holding.
also, imagine how guilty that makes you look. Why'd you order a regular Uber to this apartment building that was broken into? And then exactly like 30 minutes later, you left and you needed a bigger Uber. This is there's a lot of evidence they're stacking against themselves.
This story is going to go even wilder when we come back here in just 6 minutes. The next sentence is even crazier, and there's not much to the story, but you've heard that they stole the Funko Pops, and they were in a rideshare. They were arrested with $5,000 of Funko Pops.
Oh, jeez.
But the next line of the story is gold, and we'll do that in 6 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Coming up in music entertainment news, we have fascinating, really cool news about the Deftones. Also, the top movies of this year that you must see. Stuff coming out this year. We have a lot of great details and data on that. But first, we continue with Head to Headlines, where you decide the content by picking the story based on the headline alone. The headline was, Joliet man and woman accused of stealing $5,000 worth of Funko Pop figurines. What we found out, we're not even through the whole story yet, is that the man and woman, they stole $5,000 from an apartment in Joliet, and they were arrested in a rideshare in the 1700 block of North Larkin Avenue after police responded earlier that afternoon to a report of theft in the 300 block of Marble Street, apparently where the apartment was that had $5,000 worth of Funko Pops.
Well, they don't have to go very far to get to jail, so that's good. Short ride. Just drop them off.
It's all in a nice little quadrant in Joliet over there.
Perfect.
The apartment with the Funko Pops, where the rideshare was, and the Joliet jail.
And the jail.
The next sentence is what's going to get you, but before we get there, I want to read a couple texts coming in that people possibly think we're shaming Funko Pop collectors out there.
I don't think so. I have them.
Yeah, we're not. Collectibles and having $5,000 worth is amazing, which is $333 if you're based on a $15 price of a Funko
Which
Pop.
is the average, right?
I do picture a little bit of 40-year-old virgin going in his apartment. You know, is that Steve Austin?
Shaming collectors, but I think at the end of the day, like, they're not the most expensive thing that you can collect. You have to know that as a collector, right? Like, there's things out there that are like, oh my God, they made one and it's going to cost me $15,000. Like, that's not going to happen with a Funko Pop.
Yeah, I guess there are a few that are worth more than others, but I was surprised to see I can get the Rock Funko Pop for $15. I thought the
And
Rock
that's the one you would want. Is he holding the shampoo you like?
First off, it's not the shampoo I use, it's the face lotion.
I
And
use
you
the
use a
I
few
use the
of their
shampoo.
products.
I
You
use
use
the
the
shampoo.
shampoo?
Yes.
They have all products, you're right, but the face lotion is what The Rock talked me into when we had a little text chat one day.
Oh, yeah. He was like, you really could use this, brother?
Yeah. Yes, he said brother afterward. And the product is Papa Tui, by the way, and Case now uses the shampoo.
Yeah, no, I've been converted. And also, your birthday's right around the corner, so I know what I'm getting you now.
You can get it at Target, $10 for the little jar.
Get it
No,
on
no,
the
I'm not getting you
deodorant,
Papa
too.
Tui. I'm getting you the Rock Funko Pop.
Oh!
You have face. I'm not buying you face lotion for your birthday. That's a weird thing to buy somebody.
Well, yeah, but it runs out. I need more.
Okay.
Now he's disappointed.
It's the worst birthday ever. It
Okay.
sucks.
So Kenzie asked if it was, did you say it was possibly an inside job with the guy who lives in the apartment, or maybe he was out?
I thought it was an inside job, and I figured that a friend probably robbed it because they knew when he wouldn't be home, and they knew that the Funko Pops were there. So it seems like somebody who knows him decently well. And I figured since they were comfortable waiting outside for an Uber after robbing them, they must knew he was at work or something.
Okay. You are incorrect, but the data here leading to possibly knowing the person and knowing there was $5,000 worth of Funko Pops goes with this next sentence. The two people arrested, Green and Jones, were able to get inside the apartment under the guise of retrieving a personal item. So that means that they were talking to the person that lives there and said, hey, I left this over here Saturday. A leave behind, if you will, when you're trying to date somebody and want to get back and see them again. You leave something, the girls leave something behind, or the guys, they leave something behind. Once inside, the pair allegedly began placing Funko Pop figurines, which are collectibles, into garbage bags despite being told to stop.
He was on the phone with them?
No, he was in there. He was in the apartment. He let him in.
What?
They said, hey, I left something behind. Can I get in the apartment? And they said, oh, yeah, come on in and you'll get it. Then they just opened up garbage bags and started loading all his Funko Pops in there. And he said, hey,
He had to just be in shambles. This is obviously one of the most important things to him.
Clearly, 333 Funko Pops
That's what I
sitting
mean. Like,
there.
that's a collection. Oh, my God. He had to be like, this couldn't get worse than what's happening right now.
I got to wonder what the conversation was. Did they just go in and instantly open garbage bags and start loading Funko Pops into them? While he was like, hey,
I guess. Sounds like it.
hey, I just made some tea. Do you guys want some? And all of a sudden, wait, what are you doing with my Funko Pops?
He goes, oh, my God, my only two friends are here. This is awesome. And then they start stealing. And then they steal everything he has. That sucks.
That's terrible. It's mean.
That's horrible.
Allegedly, then, Green, one of the man arrested, is accused of pushing the tenant out of the way on the way out the door.
Is that a crime?
Well, they already stole $5,000 of Funko Pops.
I don't think you needed to add that. I was just being
But I mean, he's saying, no, stop doing that. Stop putting my Funko Pops in your garbage bags. And then he just pushed him on the way out of the way.
How could they possibly think they're going to get away with this?
Well, I mean,
He just watched you do it, and then you're holding up when he calls the cops. Like, what do you think he was going to do when he left? Like, that's that.
well, if you never see him again, but they did find him. I don't know how they tracked down the rideshare. That's not in the story. The last sentence was, Jones was charged with residential burglary. Green is facing robbery and a violation of his pretrial release.
Ew.
Oh, that means
Sketchy pass.
So he already had something going on there.
Yeah.
This
That's
isn't going to
tough.
help. And then he pushed him.
Lock him up!
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.